This episode is brought to you by Laguna Motors. We make car buying easy. Why waste time with Craigslist clowns and sled lots with trailer offices? Buy with ease. Buy with confidence. Come down to beautiful South Orange County and buy from Laguna Motors. Follow us at Laguna Motors on Instagram or visit us at lagunamotorsoc.com. That's lagunamotorsoc.com. George.
Yes.
Cue the music.
Hadouken! He's on fire! Come here!
It's me! Listen!
This is for the Twitch streamers. Ba-da-boop-ba-da-da-doo-doo-boo.
That is not even close to our intro.
What are you talking about? I mean, you know, that's...
I will do our version of the intro.
He's on fire!
Listen! Boop, 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 boop. All right, now
I was going to say, how many times have you listened to that shit?
A lot.
All right. Okay. Hey, guys. Welcome to another episode of Gameboiz. Some exciting news. Let's fucking get right into it. No fucking bullshit
All right.
banter.
Hang on. It's not that exciting. Just go.
Dude, I so disagree.
Good. Because you're wrong.
Dude, the thing, all right. I love this idea so much. I really do. You know what I'm saying?
With your shitty ass internet and like, maybe I'm just negative Nancy
that's
on this.
That's beside the point right now. We'll get to that. Fucking Google State. I don't know how they pronounced it.
Stadia?
Stadia?
I don't know.
I would say
Stadia sounds Russian. Google Stadia.
Yeah, people are going to start blaming Russia or start blaming Google for fucking the elections and shit now. Like, look, that's just proof that they have.
It looks like they were like, all right, we can't call it Skynet. Think of another S.
Stadia. Maybe, I don't know.
Stadia. Maybe we should have researched. Anyway, Google
watched a video.
Stadia. However you pronounce that.
But the idea being, and dude, I love this so much, that you can basically stream a video game from another person, not another person, but like another server that's, I guess you would say it's cloud-based gaming.
Yeah, and the idea being zero lag, no latency.
I don't think anybody's
problems.
saying that. Dude, you have lag and latency problems normally.
Yeah, but not in the way that like your experience is being affected. Like, because you're right, you're gonna have like delays normally, so you're adding two different layers of problems on top of it. So now your half a second unnoticeable thing is a big thing.
But I think it
is very ambitious, I will say.
I want to try it, dude. I don't know how much it costs. I didn't look into that much. I don't think they've announced it yet.
It's gonna be like Google Fiber, where like your entire building has to sign up for it or something stupid.
No, because if they're gonna compete, they have to be accessible.
But who are they competing with, though? Is the thing. They're not
PlayStation, Xbox. They're competing with them right now. They have to show that they can like compete with them on a level.
Right. Oh, and I did read that they have like actual developers like in house that are developing at least a few games right now in the beginning for the service. I think it's someone.
So exclusive games.
Yeah. So it's some developer. I don't know if it's a team or a person. Either way, they worked on like
a team.
Yeah, they worked on like Assassin's Creed and stuff.
Okay.
So they're not just bringing in nobodies. But I mean, I don't know.
I wonder if they've like reached out to other. But I mean, I would imagine. Fuck, dude.
I'm sure they have. They've already shipped out like developer units. Like they've already been like, all right, code for this.
Yeah.
So that's gone out. So I'm sure other people like there's going to be a Google Stadia from EA or something, and there's so many problems.
Weird, man. It's gonna be weird. But I'm really because I feel like, dude, there's something there, and I just love that idea that I don't have to put all this money into a fucking laptop.
You just have a controller. This isn't a new idea, though. I was trying to think, well, what happened in, like, the 90s that was similar?
No, this isn't a new idea because, I mean, there's a company called Shadow that I saw an Instagram ad for, actually. I was trying to, this is actually weird as fuck. This is one of those things where it's like, how did they know? So I was looking for, like, a gaming laptop. This is before I bought my PlayStation.
Oh, I thought you were talking. I thought this happened today when WoW was announced for the free weekend. I thought you just went and you're like, oh, I went to look for a gaming laptop today, this morning.
I'm just gonna get it on my laptop and just play it at 10 frames per second. Like it's fine. It'll be fun. But Shadow. So I was looking for gaming desktops rather, and one of these ads popped up on my fucking Instagram feed saying like, you don't need a new desktop kind of deal. Like, just use this service. And I was like, what the fuck is this? So I like looked into it and reading through, I was like, damn, this sounds like pretty interesting and relatively legit. Like, it made sense. Like, I really had to think about like how it worked, but I was like, this makes sense. And I just liked where it came from. Cause dude, you don't have to download games.
Yeah, that's going to be great.
You don't have to get a disc. It'll probably be like do you know what PlayStation Now is?
No.
So you can pay I think it's like $25 a month, and I don't know. That's what I said for PlayStation Plus, and I was way wrong. By the way, it's like $25 for like 3 months. So there's a subscription service where you can pretty much just play any PlayStation game, and it's streamed like that. It's like a remote play, that PlayStation just came out with too, with their fucking app. Did you try it?
I did. So I played Red Dead. No, I played Call of Duty on my phone.
How did that go?
It was awful.
Yeah,
but the fact that I could do it, I was like, this is cool as fuck. Like,
so who were you able to like turn your PlayStation on?
Yeah. I was playing it. The only had I had a perfect if there was a way to put my PlayStation controller or attach it to my phone, connect it, I guess is the word now, I would have been able to play that game.
So the lag,
it was seamless, but I was
way.
I was on the same Wi-Fi connection.
Okay.
So, I mean, that makes sense.
But I love that, dude. You can just I could take my iPad, lay in bed, just play like The Witness.
Yeah.
Like that's an easy game to fucking just.
Yeah. Especially if someone else is using the TV in the living room, they're watching something, or it's
you
a
can
good
do
idea.
that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm talking about for a family setup, say
So you can have the PlayStation hooked up to the TV, but not have the input on the TV be the PlayStation.
Yeah.
Still play the game through your iPad.
Yeah.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah.
That's mind blowing.
I don't see why that wouldn't work.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So, what do you just leave your PlayStation on then?
No, it my PlayStation's always on sleep, and it finds it over the network and it auto-ons.
No, dude.
It's dope.
Dude, I gotta get this app, dude. I didn't realize how fucking cool it was.
Yeah.
But so you said it was seamless. I mean, even though you're on your same internet, dude, if you had a good connection, I mean, from anywhere, it can't be that slow.
Yeah, but I feel like
especially with Google, dude.
The one thing missing. The one missing piece of foundational technological requirements for something like this is global internet. If you want this to be successful, you're going to need good connections everywhere, and that's my big problem with it.
Yes, that's true. But I think most people have a decent enough connection. My internet is not slow.
I'm glad you knew I was going to attack you for a second.
My internet...
It just kicks me off every time I play online with you, George.
Just every 20 minutes, it just kind of just peters out.
If we're almost done with the mission, you're going to finish that solo.
Oh, dude, I was so mad last night. I was so angry, dude. I was definitely winning that game of Gun Rush. There was no doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
I was definitely going to win. Oh, I was so mad.
Yeah. Guys, if you guys play Red Dead Online, hit us up. Want to see us, motherfucker? Add us or join our game when we send you invites. We need to posse the fuck up and light some noobs up because we're level 20. Ducks fly together. But it'd be cool if I could stream that anywhere. Could you imagine if you, me, and Juan all just had...
Oh, my God.
We could just get on our phones, posse up, play a mission, and then continue on with our day without having to stop at home.
That would be cool.
That's the dream, right?
That would be really enjoyable. Dude, you know what would happen is I would fuck up and turn on that remote play, and my girlfriend would be watching something at home and turn on the game, and she'd get real pissed. She'd be like, you even fucking take over the TV when I'm not here? You son of a bitch. Yeah, she would get real mad at that for sure. There's no doubt in my mind.
She move out?
Not likely.
No, she just throw the PlayStation out. Guess your PlayStation moved out.
Dude. If you think I'm above breaking up with someone because they trash my PlayStation, you're dead wrong about me.
The item shouldn't matter. The fact that someone's willing to trash your property is where the line should be drawn anyway. So,
That's fair.
Like, even,
but especially my PlayStation.
Yeah, especially since the amount of time you plug into it as well.
Fuck time, dude. Money alone.
Like, if someone's willing to argue with you, grab your phone and throw it across the room. We're not friends anymore. Like, no.
Yeah. Luckily, I don't think my girlfriend's like that. I think she
seems reasonable.
She just talks trash. She just talks shit, but I don't think she'll act on it.
You're gonna go home to your PlayStation in the toilet now. How are those glasses, by the way?
William
Henderson's wearing his Instagram glasses.
I'm sporting my.
He looks like he just got out of a Disney Channel original movie.
I got my Gear Guiders blue light blocking gaming glasses on.
So they're night shift glasses, basically, right?
Yes, essentially. Yeah, it's like looking at a video on an iPhone that's in night mode. Yeah. They're cool. I mean, it doesn't bother me when I play. They're comfortable.
They're very fashionable.
Thank you. I don't know if that was a compliment to me or the makers, but yeah, I mean, they're cool. But there's a hella glare, right?
No, I mean,
no?
It's like regular glasses.
That's
yeah,
not
of
what
course.
I like. I don't want that.
Of course.
I wanted like.
Of course, I can see your eyes, sweetie.
I want to like double.
They shine through brightly like stars.
I'm just glad I have them so I can avoid the charm of your beautiful eyes.
Yeah, I thought they were for me. I thought you were trying to. It was -2 charisma.
Yeah,
with
that makes sense. Yeah, yeah, they're cool. I don't know if I like feel a difference, but I don't know. I'm just like, if they're selling them and that's something that's actually like harmful, then like I'm just stopping it right there. And I don't notice like the changing color on the screen. I notice it in real life with shit, with like white stuff or like lighter colored stuff because you can tell the difference.
Right.
But on a game screen, you can't really tell.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Is there a test we can do to make sure that they work and they didn't just steal your money?
I don't know, dude.
How much were they?
I got them for free. Shout out to Gear Guiders. No, but I had to pay shipping and handling. It was a promotional thing.
They were free, but shipping and handling was $53.
No.
So.
It was $13.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
well,
it's a steal. Yes, but they came from China, so you know that's a fucking journey.
Yeah, and you got them pretty quick.
Nope, sure didn't.
Yeah,
but
I feel like every time I order something on Instagram, it takes like 6 to 9 weeks.
It took like a month,
maybe
or two.
a month. I feel like it took like a month, and you're like, I got my glasses. And
yeah, I was pretty hyped when I got. I was pretty excited.
Have you been wearing those all day, or do you just put them on because we're recording this podcast?
I just put them on for the podcast.
You should wear them all day.
Nope, I'm just gonna wear them when I'm
gaming. You should wear them at like sessions and stuff.
Nope.
Actually, some kid might snatch it off your face.
Yep.
That's
and they would definitely break them, and then I'd have to get more, and they would not be free this time. So, anyway, I wear them when I'm gaming, and I'm going to wear them while we podcast because I'm an asshole.
You should wear them on stage just to get feedback.
I thought about it, but I don't want to.
I mean, the bulb that is shining on your face might have a lot of blue. I don't know.
They're not real glasses, so I feel like that's weird.
It's fashionable,
I guess.
Why is it okay to wear like rings if it doesn't serve a function? You're right. It's not okay to wear rings. Okay.
Not if you're a man. Definitely not.
Definitely not. What was I going to ask? Oh, so the Google, what are we calling it? Stadia? The Google Stream service, whatever.
Should we watch a video?
Not right now.
Oh, I mean, we could just stream the audio. I don't see what the big deal is.
Fine. Go.
God damn.
Do it. Jesus fuck. Just no sharing anything with you. Ooh. This is a Michael Bay movie.
No shit.
I'm really into this marketing and the promotional edge that Google is going with on this. Whatever team that they worked with. I like your style. I really do.
It's good, dude. Okay, that's not even what I was hoping for in that video, but I'm really happy we watched it.
Yeah, it was a trailer, a hype trailer, and it's one of those trailers that's so good. I'm like, whatever you're coming out with is gonna suck.
I don't know, man. I'm never optimistic about things, but I'm really optimistic about this. I love this idea, dude. I love being able to just like pull up Google Stadia and Stadia. Fuck, what are we calling it? Stadia?
Google Stadia.
Stadia. They should have made it a Y, and that would have been awesome. I forgot what I was gonna say.
That you're optimistic about this program and
if I could just open it like I open Netflix, dude.
Yeah,
so and then like here's the list of all the games. Here's the percentage. A
subscription service.
Yeah,
it's gonna be kind of like Black Mirror-y, like because if this blows up, which it has a real potential to, because technology doesn't stop. If this blows up, PlayStation, Xbox, any console is gonna have to participate in some way, shape, or form. And even if they're not doing it as like a company, you're going to have games that are on everything. So you're going to be able to play, your fucking Nathan Drake game, Nathan Drake 27 on Stadia and PlayStation. So it's like, you're not going to need a PlayStation.
PlayStation. You don't think so? They'll hold those exclusives.
Or they'll open up their own streaming service. Cause this is.
Well, they already have one.
How much is it again?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. That I was going to say, because this is from what I was reading, Google's trying to make it like a Netflix level subscription service, like a Hulu and Netflix. So we're talking like $10 a month.
See, that's worth it. You're talking $120 a year. So how often does a new gaming system come out? Every 3 years?
I mean, the remasters too included. So yeah, every 2 years you get the original lineup and then you get a pro version like a year or two later, right?
And those are usually like $400. So you're saving, you're not spending $200 on hardware because they're going to update their shit. You don't have to. It'll just be updated. New hardware.
So what do they,
as shit comes out, they're like, oh, you need this hardware to play this game. They're like, cool, we got it.
Yeah. Let's say this service, this system comes out tomorrow and you have it. Like, what does Google send you? Just a controller?
I guess it's just a controller.
Any controller,
dude?
Or?
But I do like the idea of being able to play like other game, like aside from like just like I want to be able to hook up like a keyboard and a mouse. If I could pay that much and play WoW, like if I subscribe to WoW, subscribe to Google Stadia, can I? That'd be
dope.
Ideal.
And everyone would have the same experience as well, and it would be possible for everyone to have just I wouldn't
have to get a new fucking desktop. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have to upgrade parts all the time and worry about whether or not I have the right hardware to run a game. It's like, no, Google has whatever you need.
Yeah. Google made a graphics card for this game. So it's going to look dope.
It's literally going to be perfect. I fucking love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm going to stand by it until it fails.
I want to buy stock. Child's name's going to be Stadia.
Male or female, it's interchangeable. I don't. Oh, I was just thinking about a joke that I haven't done in a long time. But
do you want to write it down?
Nope.
That's 99% of a comic's life. That's funny. Do you want to write it down?
Nah. I'll remember. I can't remember what I was saying.
You wanted to buy stocks because you're so...
Oh, yeah. I don't own any stocks, but I would buy stock.
About to sign up for Robinhood right now and buy Google. It's got to be like $80 a share at this point. Right? I don't know. What is a crazy amount for a stock? I don't know. Can we look that up? No, that's going to take too long. So you just get a controller. Probably. It's a subscription service. I like the idea, though, of like the controller not like being optional, but...
Wait, it's optional?
No, your idea of like, okay, we have a controller, but you're gonna play this, and you can attach a keyboard or mouse.
Yeah, that would be ideal.
Maybe even just the PlayStation controller. Maybe you prefer that to play for first-person shooters as opposed to the Xbox controller.
See, I don't have a problem with having to use their controller. That's kind of cool. Just a new piece of hardware. It's like, oh, that's neat.
I guess their controller kind of looks like a PlayStation, Xbox controller.
Oh yeah, what the fuck did you expect? You know what I mean? It's like they've kind of perfected it over the years.
Do you remember what the Dreamcast controller was like?
Yes.
It was weirdly...
The cartridge in the middle?
Yeah, it was weirdly like ergonomic. It was cool. Yeah. I liked it. So I was hoping for something a little more, not necessarily groundbreaking, but just unique. Especially for Google to, I feel like Google wants to be like, we're Google. But you see their controller and you're like, I've seen that before.
But at the same time, I think that's just the best way to do it. They probably bounced around like doing like a touchscreen thing. I'm sure they did. And like, have you ever played like touchscreen games?
They're like, not yet.
Yeah, it just doesn't work, man. Like they just don't yet. Like any type of like quick reflex or like turning around type shit. Like if you played Fortnite on an iPad, you want to kill yourself after that.
People do that though. I've seen it's ridiculous.
It's so stupid. It's like get a fucking PlayStation.
Yeah. Play Red Dead. Play Gun Rush.
Be an adult. You know? Grow up.
That's the line for me. It's just like a technology thing. Like it's like I don't know. I feel like I almost like the pageantry of having that hardware. You know, like the PlayStation. You're like, oh, where am I going to put this on my thing?
Right.
How am I going to set up my games? And it's like
totally. But how dope would it be if there was just nothing?
I don't know.
And your TV has Google Stadia, it has Netflix, it has Hulu, all built into it, dude. You don't even have a DVD player, dude.
Yeah, it's like you have an Apple TV and Google Stadia. You're just mount that on the wall and make sure you have an internet connection.
Put it in the wall.
Those are dope. Have you seen those? That they just pop out. Those are so cool.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
They're like, why do you want to be rich and famous? Like, I want my TV to go on my wall.
Because I want to live like James Bond. That's why.
I want Tony Stark kind of shit. Yeah. That's what I want. Project it on the glass and every glass and have it follow me.
Beep, boop, boop, bop. Yep, that's what I want.
Your robots sound like they're from the 80s.
That's the setting that I have them at. That's what I prefer.
You get the danger, Will Robinson, danger.
I want like 1964, the time travelers. Beep, boop, bap, bap, boop. Bing, boom, bom, bom. That was pretty good, right? That could have been in 1964.
That was a flight sequence.
In 1964, yeah, absolutely. That could have. That could have. You know what I want to see, dude? I want to see a fucking like a remake or something of 1984, or like a movie that's well done that really captures like the essence of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They'll probably have to like modernize it, but even if they didn't, it would still be good. If somebody, I hate this idea myself, but I had it. If somebody did like a 2084, like that would, like you could maybe do that
with the Jonas Brothers.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And they'll write the theme song 1980, man. And so I just thought, man, I don't know. I love that story. Have you ever read it?
Yeah.
Fucking, dude. Oh my god,
it's
so
relevant.
Brilliant.
It's relevant.
It's
across...
never been more relevant.
Yeah, it's so cool.
It's amazing the shit that man wrote. It's just so spot on. Like I can't remember what the things are that they call them that they put in to like record them. They have a name for them.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember what they call them.
I don't know. I remember the obelisks.
They're like silver. And
bugs, whatever.
Anyway, so but it's like they thought it was going to be like forced upon us, and it's like here it is, but it turns out it's just a phone.
Yeah, we carry it around now.
We chose it.
That's it.
We decided.
That's what the Bible has like in terms of like the number of the beast and having to be marked. Like there's some people that are like, oh, it's the mark of the beast is actually going to be a microchip that everyone needs for transactions. And it's like, you know what? Yeah, if that's how I have to buy shit,
I'm in.
Yeah.
Fuck it, dude. YOLO. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, who gives a shit anymore? Just fucking do it. Just do it,
Black
man.
Mirror the shit. Yeah,
I'll do it.
I think this is the Stadia is certainly a step in the right direction of bringing us into the future, and eventually it gets dark and we all, Black Mirror the shit out of this. This seems fun, but Google's been understandably silent about what exactly you're going to need
to play.
Yeah, like the requirements. What kind of infrastructure that has yet to exist.
What speed of internet is what I want to know. Like, because I play, like, when I play Red Dead or Call of Duty, like, we play, I don't have problems, like, with keeping up, like, lag at all. I just get, like I said, I just get kicked off sometimes.
Right.
Often. And so I'd imagine, like, you could stream, like, we stream movies. But I don't know, man. I feel like a game is a lot to stream.
A game is different, and it's like...
But all you're streaming is, like a video of the game.
But in a fucking high resolution, right? And then with
and
real time
your
input.
Fuck,
yeah,
dude, it's so
it's not, you're not just getting one way data. It's a live feed.
It's got to transmit.
Yeah,
it's got to go to space.
You agree too that like even if someone's ping is a little bit shittier than yours, like that lag can affect the game.
Yeah, but again, that happens normally.
But I'm saying like if it happens twice, that amount of lag is game changing.
I hear you.
So it's yeah,
You're right.
you're excited. I get it, but it's like
Stop,
this isn't a good idea.
Stop bringing me down,
It's
George.
not a it's not a new idea, and the problem they always run into is the infrastructure.
Man, fuck you. I'm going to subscribe from the beginning, and I'm going to get rich somehow doing it.
Good.
And
Then this can be William's Gameboiz
Yes,
podcast
yeah.
featuring George Friedel. I'm
nope,
fine with it.
Kicking your ass off.
It's going to be William and the Pussycats.
There's no place for you.
Welcome to Gameboiz podcast.
You fucking doubted me. You shouted down my ideas and my dreams.
I want this probably as much as you. It's like one, Google. And
if anybody can do it, it's Google.
Yeah, you know what? That's what they thought of. We had this conversation too about social media, and they were like, "Hey, man, we got a new idea. No one's done it before." And it's like you don't have to remake that. Like they dropped the ball so hard. Google Plus is ending. It's it's the only social media that I've seen end. MySpace is still online.
Dude, did you see that they lost a bunch of music?
Yeah. And you know what? Still online.
Still
Google
online.
Plus, not a thing.
But don't you think the people working at MySpace, but Google, they have other things that they can put their resources toward. They're like, okay, we know this failed. Let's just put those engineers towards Stadia. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's try to do something else. But they know even if this fails, even though Google Plus failed, they're not going to fail. They're like the biggest company in the world. They can't fail.
Google's like a publisher at this point.
Right. So it's like, let's try it, dude. If it takes off, then we have a new avenue for revenue. But
we're going to have to follow up when this comes out. Is there a projected date?
I don't know.
There was very little information on when I went to go look. It was basically a fucking JPEG that they tweeted out, I feel like, and everyone just retweeted it. Like, no one knew shit.
Oh, shit.
Rude. And it's like, you would think, because when Apple does their fucking keynote speeches and releases stuff, you know everything. In fact, a lot of people know everything the week before because things get leaked. But it's like, I tried to Google this, and Google was like, "Did you mean?" Even they didn't know.
Yeah. They came out with it.
They were like, "Oh shit, that was today."
That's good though, because that means that their algorithms work. You know, because nobody typed it in yet. There are not that many people. Okay, let's see what we can. No official plans for any launch lineup. Okay, that's great. So good.
But while we're over here blowing Google, what about fucking Google Glass? Like they dropped that too. Google
it was too soon. It was too soon. For
I agree, dude. Did you see anyone walking around with their Google Glass? I saw two people. I wanted to be like, dude, take that shit off. Like, what are you?
Hey, man.
What are you doing?
Hey, bud.
Your shitty ass Dragon Ball Z Scouter thing. Like, what is that for? Did you see anyone using the Snapchat spectacles?
No, I would punch someone in the face.
I knew someone with them, and I watched their Snapchat just because it makes me feel better about myself. So.
That's funny.
Yeah. And dude, I saw they had a vending machine for those spectacles at the Santa Monica Pier.
That's crazy.
That's dumb.
But I'm not surprised.
No, me either. But it was bright, it was yellow, and it stood out. And I was like, "Oh, that's clever." Okay.
Okay, so these controllers, dude, you know what I love is their button scheme, the naming of them, X, Y, A, B. That's some old school Nintendo shit, dude.
Yeah.
I love that. I like that a lot. Because I was wondering what they were going to do. Were they going to do shapes like PlayStation does? Or were they going to do,
What if they used the same shapes but in a different order? Just, triangle was on the bottom.
Yeah. What if they did triangle and then the left one was B and the right one was pi. And the top, I don't know. Yeah, that'd be cool. But I'm assuming there's triggers too.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't see them, but I'm assuming there's triggers. I mean, yeah. That's normal.
I feel like that we've reached the pinnacle of controller technology in terms of we've figured out the best way to control things.
Yeah, and it doesn't involve a touchscreen.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird? Everything else is touchscreen. Except
it
for
involves
your laptops.
6 fingers, really. If you the way you hold your controller.
You use your middle fingers?
Yeah. If I'm playing I have both fingers on the triggers if I'm playing Call of Duty or something.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You're on the next level, son.
You don't? Oh, you
No,
go back
no,
and
no.
forth
Yeah,
like you're
yeah.
I can. I guess it depends on the class I'm playing because sometimes you need the shoulder and sometimes you're elsewhere. So, oh, you should watch me play Call of Duty. Like I'll reach across with like my thumb sometimes to like tap and reload while I'm holding my breath for a like. I do weird shit with my hands.
I'll do that I'll do that too, like sprinting and like reach over to like hit like one of the D-pad buttons. I'll do that in Red Dead.
Yeah.
A lot,
it's like a combat.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a video game version of a combat reload almost.
That's weird. Do you think they did that on purpose? Or do you think that we just figured shit out?
No, we figured it out. We're animals. We're animals. Figured that shit out.
Yeah.
But like, because I've seen a lot of different controllers, you know, because we grew up with all the consoles and we've watched them play with the ideas. And like, I remember the PlayStation controller before they had dual sticks. And then they were like, hey, we'll put sticks on there. I remember when you had to buy a rumble pack for the N64 controller if you wanted feedback. So
I like the N64 controllers, but dude, they're just so weird.
Yeah.
Like you just like I like a nice like symmetrical, like I guess it was symmetrical, but it's just like the odd prongs, like the handles were it was just weird.
You did
it's
grip
like,
it differently depending on the game you played.
Yeah, and it's like
which was cool.
When you hand it to someone like that has never seen a game before, they're like,
Well, there was like, okay, so you had the 2 shoulder buttons, right? And then you had the Z button on the bottom.
Yep.
So that's 3. Then you had
the D-pad.
The
1, 2,
D-pad.
3, 4, 7.
Yeah. Okay. And then you had like the yellow C buttons, right?
4 of them.
So there was 4 of those, and then you still
11.
had A and B.
Yep. 13, and then the start button. 14.
Start and select, right? Or was it just a
I
start?
think there was just a start.
Was it just a middle
red,
button?
The red start button.
Huh.
If I'm not,
I thought that was an Xbox thing. Weird.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so how many buttons are on that goddamn thing?
It was like 15.
15 buttons?
14, something like that.
That's complicated.
Yeah.
I don't even remember how many buttons were on the Dreamcast thing. But
I mean, that's the same amount as, because, dude, think about this. That one didn't even, like, the joystick didn't push in like the fucking Xbox and PlayStation controllers do.
Oh, yeah.
That adds 2 buttons. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true.
PlayStation, let's count them. 4 on the top.
PlayStation, I think, is 16. Is
4 on
right?
the side, 4 here. What was that?
12.
4, 8, 12. And then the 2 on the side, like
13, 14.
the middle thing.
Yeah, that's a button, too.
15.
15, and then the
2
options and share.
I already counted those.
Oh.
Then the 2 joysticks.
Oh, I was thinking about the joysticks already.
Oh, well, I guess it doesn't matter.
15?
Same calculation.
Yeah.
same conclusion.
But most of those buttons have like dual purposes, and I feel like it's really been a Sony kind of thing where they've I feel like it's the same way you make alcohol. They simmered on the idea until all that was left was what was necessary, and that's what we got. You know, that's kind of how I treat like.
I feel like
sometimes.
the PlayStation 5 controller, whatever that isn't gonna have that pad in the middle. I think that it's cool. Like I love the idea, but in most games, it's like there's no point for having that much of the controller. Just
I don't know if someone showed this to me, or if this is already a thing, but I liked the idea of putting it underneath. Flipping that pad on the back, because your fingers are already back there. Your thumbs are busy. The rest of your fingers are there. If you need something, like if you need to swipe on something in game, there you go. Swipe right across. And then, unlock a door.
On Tinder?
Or, No, I'm thinking like, you play Silent Hill and stuff, and there's those motions, or even in Fallout or something.
That's your safety on your gun.
Yes, that'd be dope, dude. If you had to flick it off in like hard mode or something.
Like if you have those situations where you're in civilian areas, it's like,
or you could customize it where a swipe is a gun switch, and
oh yeah, that'd be cool too. And then you don't have to hit fucking triangle.
Yeah, it's actually more versatile, and then you can put it underneath.
But how many times would you do that on accident? You'd be like firing at someone, and you switch to a fucking semi-automatic pistol.
I don't know.
Awesome.
That's true.
I don't know.
Maybe
you'd get used to it. We'd adapt like we always do.
I don't use that pad for anything now that I think about it.
On Astrobot, you do.
Do you? Oh yeah, to flick it. Yeah, and it's
That's
not big enough for anything.
Right. That's the best use of it for sure.
It's cool.
Yeah,
it is cool. That little slingshot pullback.
Yeah,
and
that's
then,
dope.
Yeah,
and how they all go into it at the end of the
yeah.
that's the best use of that. But only because you're in virtual reality. Like.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay,
I think
so
being like Call of Duty, you hit it to bring up the score, and it's like that's kind of boring. I don't know, dude. It's just like I think they thought the developers would use it differently.
True. Yeah. You're right. Because I do remember, like, when they came out with the feature, it was like a big thing. It's like the first touch sensitive, whatever.
Right. Yeah. I thought it was going to be more like a touch screen.
That'd be dope.
Than like a pad. It was just like a big button.
Yeah.
That's what it feels. That's really all it is. I mean,
yeah, replace it with like lights and put numbers on it and give us relevant information there. Like, maybe fucking how many bullets you have left in your gun or.
Oh, yeah. That would be so dope, dude.
Yeah,
it's like a HUD. Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Yeah, just like extra info, or if not, just
swipe to your mini map. You can swipe across information like you do with a radio.
Yeah, or just like just make it a light too, so that when you shoot your gun, it flashes. And then
that would be too much. That'd
be dope. Pow, pow, pow. I would do that all the time.
Fuck.
Beware. Yeah, your controller would come with a seizure warning.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. They probably already do, man, because the ones on the back, they flash when they come on.
Oh, yeah?
I love that you can change the brightness of it.
Same.
I brought mine way down.
Yeah.
Freaks me out.
I brought it down, and I turned the vibration off. But that's mostly because of a game.
Oh, I just turned it off in Call of Duty.
Oh, no, I turned it off completely.
Oh, dude, there's so much shit that helps you that, like...
Oh, I turn it on for games. Like, I know, like Red Dead was like, it'll vibrate. So
did you find your treasure?
Yeah. Very easy.
Cool one,
I
right?
just walked straight to it. Yeah.
Oh, really?
I
got
got
to
lucky.
walk around a little bit.
I got off my horse, and I felt the beep, and I was like, oh perfect.
Nice.
Perfect.
Yeah. That's perfect. I was thinking, I was like, man, is this fucking thing going to be underwater?
That would fucking suck.
That would be crazy.
Dumb.
Can you swim in that game?
I don't. Yeah, but you can drown too because you run out of stamina, right?
Right. Anyway,
is Google gonna be able to stream virtual reality? That's too much, right? That's not anytime soon.
Whew. Wow. I don't know, man.
Because now you're looking at another source of input, headspace and.
Yeah, I don't know acuity. I mean, damn, dude. Like, well, I mean, they could take the data from your PlayStation Eye. And you're like, man, because that uses the motion of your PlayStation control. Like, how's that going to work? Well, fuck, dude. They're going to have to come up with their own shit.
Yeah, to interface it. Yeah. There's probably motion in the controller, I assume.
Yeah, but I don't know, dude. That's
you
weird.
Don't think so? Like,
I mean, yes, but I feel like that's something. I don't know, man.
I feel like that's something you would play with before you'd be like, can we do virtual reality? Be like, can we put motion in the controller and start with that? Can we make that work? All right, cool. We add to that. So I feel like that would just be the beginning.
I don't know. That's through Bluetooth. Like I'm curious about doing it through Wi-Fi. I don't know.
I'm really curious as to.
That's a good question.
We're super stoked about this thing that's never going to be released.
Stadia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What no real plans.
Yeah, they probably won't.
They're going to be like, Google Stadia became our new mobile platform.
Yay. And it dies.
Yeah. 7G LTE. And I want it to be a thing, though. I remember, I don't remember. I shouldn't say that, but there was something like this that came out in like the late 90s, and I was like, that's a great idea. But it was just simple games, like fucking Super Nintendo games that you could just play online. And connect it to your TV. And apparently that didn't work because it doesn't exist anymore.
Huh. I don't remember that. I feel like Gamefly was kind of doing like a streaming service on their website at some, like that would come with your subscription. Like you could play old games on your computer through their website, as well as like rent your CD or whatever.
Which makes sense if you're like running an emulator at that point.
Yeah. And like nobody's going to have like a fucking Atari. But you could play Atari games on a computer easily.
I like that they found a market for emulators. Like, everyone was, like, downloading and playing their own thing. And then they're like, hey, man, why don't we just put an emulator in the package that looked like the old thing? Like the PlayStation that you can buy that has, like, all of the games on it. That's just an emulator repackage. What, it's got Cool Runnings, probably Tekken.
That's a movie, though. Cool Runnings.
Cool Runnings. Oh, what's the
Cool
Cool Borders?
Jamaican bobsled team.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Do you want me to kick your butt? Do you want me to draw a line down your head so it looks like a butt? Do you want to kiss my lucky egg? Yeah, I love that movie.
That's a great movie.
It's John Candy, right?
Yeah. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
That's funny, man.
A bobsled's pretty simple to use. Yeah, so's a toilet.
Fuck,
I remember a lot of that movie now. That's
do.
weird.
That's so funny, man.
Go watch it. Cool.
Yeah,
but I was talking
great
about Cool
movie.
Borders.
What were we talking? Oh, PlayStation. I think Resident Evil, one of the Resident Evils is on there. Might be the second
Silent
one.
Hill.
I don't know. I don't remember. Game Informer did a article about it, or like a review kind of it, and they said it was meh. Also, no analog sticks on that controller.
You need those.
You do.
At
this point,
the precision. Like, if you don't have a mouse, you need a stick.
yeah. At this point, yeah. I remember when I first had the bless you, by the way. That's gross. I remember when when I first started playing with this, I would not use them.
Do you remember the stick on the PSP?
Yeah.
That was a genius stick.
Yeah, that was cool.
The way they made that work. Because
Yeah.
everyone was like, yep, this has to have a stick. Otherwise, it's not a PlayStation product.
Yeah, I used that one time. I used a PSP. I was dating this girl who was a dancer, so she would do like dance recitals. So I would go, and her dad would let me borrow his PSP, and I would just play.
What were you playing?
And just I think there was God of War.
Nice.
Fuck, I can't remember.
I played a lot of Tekken. I played a lot of Monster Hunter.
I don't. Maybe it wasn't God of War. It wasn't God of War.
No?
No, but there. I can't remember. But I would just play, and then she would do her fucking thing. It would be like 2 minutes long. I'd be like, cool, and then I'd go back to like, this shit's stupid.
That was a great. I still like. Sometimes I see a PSP and I'm like, cool. I kind of still want one.
They're
but,
cool.
Yeah, but then Nintendo came out with the Switch, and I was like, no, never mind.
Yeah, if you're gonna get something, get one of those.
They
for
want
sure.
it back. Yeah, the PSP was the champ for a while in terms of portable gaming, and then Nintendo was like, oh, you think you know how to make portable shit?
Yeah, we got you.
Watch this.
Yeah, check this out.
Yeah, that's dope. But yeah, that stick on the PSP was genius. Like it
was compact. It was precise.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice. I liked it.
My brain just was like, it shouldn't work like this. Like
Yeah.
it works like a regular stick.
Dude, it's like remember on old laptops they'd have the little nipple in the middle of the
the little
keyboard?
nubbin.
Yeah, dude, those once you figured out how to like work it right, those are actually like pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It was more convenient than like swiping across those shitty ass touch or
The
whatever
small
the
fucking mouse pad.
Yeah, they were garbage back then.
It's like it was made out of a mouse pad.
Yeah.
Like, it was a weird texture.
Like mouse hide. They just skinned a mouse and flipped it over.
It was a perfect pelt, though, I'm sure.
Yes, I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was. They used a varmint rifle with small game animal. By the way, I unlocked the small game pamphlet arrows, and it's like $500.
It's ridiculous.
Why would I spend that money on that, dude?
Yeah, I guess I'm just going to shoot him with a varmint rifle.
Yeah,
like,
fuck that shit.
dumb. Red Dead does have a very interesting, not interesting, broken economic system.
Yeah, dude, it's almost like, it's kind of broken.
Yeah, it wouldn't be if you were, like, out the gate just given, like, $2,000.
I think we missed that. I
Did
think
we?
they did do that,
Oh.
and we missed that.
Oh, because we were trying to finish it first.
Yeah.
Mm.
God forbid. So sorry, Rockstar,
Yeah,
that we were
fucking
trying to
asshole.
fucking...
If that's a thing, that should always be a thing on first login.
Yeah, I agree.
It
I
shouldn't
agree.
just be a promo thing.
Yeah. That's what they did with Grand Theft Auto.
That's what they should do. Because then if it's just for the promo thing, then you're just trying to pad your numbers.
Yeah.
You're not trying to offer a play experience. Fuck you, Rockstar.
Yeah, fuck you, Rockstar.
God damn it.
I'm still going to play Red Dead.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Because I need that Litchfield repeater and, like, there's guns I want.
I need to feel that progress in my life, even though it's not real.
We start wrapping this up. Closing thoughts on your Google Stadia.
Dude, I'm still excited, even though you fucking tried to bring me down. I'm not
Can't nobody
feeding.
take my pride.
I'm not feeding into you haters. So I'm still excited about it. I think it's gonna be cool. Hopefully they have some cool exclusive games, but I hope that they get like a lot of developers on board with them to like figure shit out. Yeah, it'd be cool if they offer a service where it's like we have PlayStations on our server too.
That'd be dope.
You know what I'm saying? Like if they could work with them and be
Partner
like,
with
here's-
Sony.
Yeah.
Yeah, be like, hey, that would be a smart idea, because then Google would, every Christmas, would be like, hey, we need 9,000 PlayStation 4s. You got us?
Yeah.
Like,
And they're exactly. And they're like the controller, like the only thing I could see is like the on screen, you know, like when it says press this button, it would be different. But it's like you fucking know what button to hit. You know what I'm saying? It's like
yeah.
You figure it out. Like, oh, you're playing the PlayStation version. Okay, you hit triangle. Okay, that's the topmost button up here. Like, you'll fucking figure
just have
it
it
out.
be a blank controller, almost maybe.
Yeah, maybe they'll figure it out. You know, they're Google smart. They're
I think this thing's gonna be along the lines of like Oculus Rift in terms of technology. I think it's gonna be floating around in developers. It's gonna be floating for probably like 5 years before it actually trickles down into something that we can play.
I think it releases in 2 years.
All right, we'll come back. We'll come back in 5 years when I'm right.
2021. 2021, baby. Google Stadia. Woo!
And that's how we'll start. We'll end that 2021 Google Stadia.
Whoa. Yes.
Check us out, guys, on the Buddy System Co. podcast network. We're on iTunes, Podbean. You're listening to this, so you already know where we're available.
We're also on Twitch. So if you go to twitch.tv/Gameboiz podcast, you'll be able to find us there. We have poor audio and no video, but we're working on it. And someday you'll see our stupid faces talking our bullshit nonsense, and it'll look professional. So find us there. Subscribe now before it gets hot.
I'm at the George F.
And I'm at the Slim Henderson.
We'll see you guys on another episode of Gameboiz. Bye.
Over and out.
Hadouken! He's on fire! Come here!
It's me! Listen!